Well, we're back here in Resorts Hotel and Casino in Atlantic City, and we're getting ready for the championship bout, and that's, of course, Bernard Hopkins against Wayne Powell. What do we expect to see in this fight? First of all, maybe from Bernard Hopkins, Elmer?
I think Bernard Hopkins is interested in putting on the kind of show that'll make him stand out in this crowd of middleweight contenders. He is in against a guy who has been kind of a cute boxer, has some ability as a puncher, but generally has campaigned in the lighter weight and probably does not bring in quite as much punch. I expect Bernard Hopkins to go out very hard, to go out strong, and to attempt to take this fighter out in the first 4 or 5 rounds.
Okay, now we heard from, I got a chance to speak to Bernard Hopkins a little earlier today, and he talked about what he feels it's going to take, and he had a message for his opponent tonight.
But I'm taking this as cool as a cucumber, just relaxing and let things flow, because the hard work is done, the training is done. The easiest job is getting in the ring, executing your ability to which you've been working so hard for. I'm going out there with, like I got to fight 45 minutes. It's 12 rounds. If we go 12, that's fine and well. I didn't hear nothing about no bonus if it ended early. So whatever happens, 12 seconds, 10 seconds, a minute, whatever. So I'm willing to go whatever it takes to get this man out of here. I always wanted to come back to the resorts for the negative reason to fight. It's just to shake off the omen. I lost my first debut here as a light heavyweight at the resorts. And to come back here and win a championship, it does a lot for you to be somewhere where you just come from adversity and you want to start your boxing career and start your life over, and you lose your first fight. It takes a strong mind and a strong-willing person to continue to do what he loves to do and then come back where things ain't look good and accomplish something, and that's a title. Wayne, we tried to call the governor. The execution date has been signed, and it's time for business. You won't get no stay. It's all over. It's time for you to meet your conviction, and I'm here to carry it out.
Well, in fact, he's coming back to Resorts, of course, where he started his professional career and where he lost, and he doesn't want to do that tonight.
That's right. He started his career on a down note, came out as a light heavyweight. He was too heavy, too sluggish, but he's a brand new fighter now. We're talking about a guy who is a serious contender and is aiming to please our BET audience tonight.
All right, let's go over to Leland Hardy right now. Of course, you're talking about Wayne Powell. What do you feel he has to do to be victorious?
Well, first of all, to beat a Bernard Hopkins, you've got to come out and start the fight fast. When Bernard comes out fast, you've got to start faster than him. You've got to punch harder than Bernard Hopkins. Those things are very, very hard to do. Bernard has shown that he has a variety of punches. He's been able to get on top of guys from all types of styles. But for Powell, who is a journeyman and who's been around, who campaigned very effectively, actually, as a junior middleweight, the step up in weight will involve him getting on the ground first and getting it on.
Of course, Wayne Powell's career started in Detroit, moved to Tyler, Texas now, and I had a chance to talk to him today about his strategy for tonight's bout.
Basically, just good boxing skills, good jab in the right hand. I don't have no weaknesses. Just basically just stand focused in boxing. Just all the skills I have, just need to improve everything. My father used to box a while back, and he was pretty successful at it for the time that he spent in it, and I kind of drifted over into boxing and tried it and fell in love with it. He's a comer. He's pretty much a banger, I believe. But I think he's going to be a little shocked when he get in there with me. I think he's going to find out I'm a better fighter than they expect me to be. By him being a middleweight, I pretty much think he's pretty strong, but they think I'm just a junior middleweight, and I can hold 60 pretty well, although I still can make junior middleweight, and I'm pretty successful there. But I think they're going to be surprised at my fight skills. Bernard, you in a fight tonight, and I'm hoping you underestimate me, because when you get in there, you're going to find out you're in a fight with a great champion, and I'm going to win.
Of course, he said his dad was one who got him inspired as far as fighting. You see the message that he has for Bernard Hopkins tonight. Can he fulfill that?
The root to the fruit. He's going to pull out all the stops. Again, he's a real tough, courageous guy, and he's level-headed. I think you're going to see an excellent fight, but I having seen Bernard and work with him, I think you're going to see Bernard Hopkins.
How many fights that we have here on BET, always out to support. And of course, Michael Spinks, there's still some rumblings about the fact that he may be coming back. I don't know how true it is. Everybody else is. Why not, right?
Big money is out there today in that super heavyweight division, boy. I tell you, can't turn it away.
Are you anticipating a comeback?
I'll tell you what, if they throw 7 figures at me, I'll take my tuxedo off right now. How about that?
Let's look at the New Jersey State Athletic boxing rules. As you see the two former champs together.
Along with Olympic gold medalist and former welterweight champion Meldrick TNT Taylor.
Meldrick Taylor in the ring also. No standing 8 count, knockdown mandatory 8 count, 3 knockdown rule is in effect, and fighter cannot be saved by the bell. So that's the USBA New Jersey rules. And of course, the championship fight is about to get underway here. Let's go up there, Darian.
Ladies and gentlemen,
of course, we're going to bring the fighters into the ring first.
Maestro, lead in with the fighters, please.
Middleweight belts that he is. What was Meldrick Taylor's, as we were talking, looking at Wayne Powell, Meldrick standing there, did he have a little disaster the last time he was in the ring?
Actually did, Elmer, I know you saw it.
Yes.
Talk at length about it. Went overseas and didn't have the best outcome. He actually was stopped early in the fight.
He's got his entourage with him, and he says, gotta go, gotta go. Not bad-looking bodyguards, are they?
No.
It's showtime at the resorts.
I love tough talking.
Bernard Hopkins, you see his record. 19 straight. Actually, it should be 20. If he's 21-1, it's 20 straight wins, because he only lost his first fight, and that was right here.
That's right.
At the resorts. Now let's go up there, Darian.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Merv Griffin's Resorts. At this time, I would like to ask the audience here in attendance to kindly rise as we have this young group from Richmond, Virginia, One to Grow On, and they will lead us in the singing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, from Richmond, Virginia, the group One to Grow On.
Yeah.
Sound like they're going to church tonight in here.
How about that? One to go from Richmond, Virginia.
That was one to grow on.
Let's look at the tail of the tape after Ed Darien announces the combatants.
We're back live from the magnificent Superstar Theater here
USBA
at
middleweight,
Merv
12 rounds, title bout. As you see, Hopkins is 25, Powell 31. And they both weighed in at 159 pounds, both 6 feet tall and both with a reach of 76 inches as the rest of the tail of the tape. 20-1 for Hopkins, 26-3-1 for the young man, Wayne Powell from Tyler, Texas. And of course, Powell was saying that one of the reasons he had to move up to this middleweight division was he couldn't get a title fight in that junior middleweight division, in which he holds 3 belts.
Lawrence Wallace, Deputy Commissioner. Sylvester Kyler,
if you hold 3 belts, why do you want to fight me? Just take them and run, right?
Well, he's got 3 national titles. He's looking for that world shot.
Yeah. Exactly. And Dr. Dominic F. Coletta, Jr. And is sanctioned by the USBA, the Honorable Robert W. Lee, Sr., President, and the Honorable Robert W. Lee, Jr., the Supervisor in charge. The judges, Eugene Grant, Frank Burnett, and Lynn Carter. The timekeeper to bell is Roosevelt Gilbert. Counting for the knockdown seconds, alternate referee Joe O'Neill. In the ring at this time, the man in charge of the scheduled USBA vacant middleweight championship, referee Rudy Battle. And now, my good friends, introducing the principals. First, in the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with the multicolor trim. He tipped in at an even 159 pounds. Professionally, he has 29 wins, 3 losses, 2 draws, with 20 knockouts. He is the current WBC America's champion, and he is ranked number 2 by the WBO and number 7 by the WBC in the junior middleweight division. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Tyler, Texas, let's welcome aboard Wayne Troubleman Powell. And his opponent in the red corner, wearing the black trunks with the gold trim. He weighed in at an even 159 as well. Professionally, this young pugilist has 21 wins, 1 loss, with 16 knockouts. He is currently ranked number 1 by the IBF and number 5 by the WBA. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Germantown section of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, here is Bernard, the Executioner Hopkins.
Rudy Battle, the referee for this one, instructing the combatants.
I expect a clean break at all times. I don't want any punching after the bell, no hitting on the break. Let's have a nice, clean fight, gentlemen. Good luck to both of you. Touch gloves.
So this one is scheduled for 12 rounds. The USBA middleweight championship fight. And it's Bernard the Executioner Hopkins against Wayne the Troubleman Powell. Charlie Neal, Leland Hardy, and Elmer Smith ringside with you. We talked about the fact that Bernard Hopkins' last 2 fights, the total time went 2 minutes and 6 seconds. 32 seconds his last fight, 1:44, and this one may not go a whole minute. And Rudy Battle is trying to stop things.
Well, Charlie, you didn't make the total of 3 minutes in the 3 fights with that performance.
Rudy Battle is stopping things, and of course, Powell is very, very upset. Powell very upset. The commissioner saying that Rudy Battle did the right thing.
It was a close call. He stopped the fight at a time when, as we look at Powell now, it looks like he could have handled. But Powell was taking an unanswered barrage of punches. In the interest of safety, if you're going to make an error, I can understand the referee making an error on the side of safety. The man was against the ropes. He took a tremendous right hand, followed by a barrage of punches, 3 of which landed solidly, and they were unanswered. It's a controversial call, no question about it, Charlie. But if you were going to make an error, I can understand making an error on the side of safety.
Well, that's always the question. I mean, you asked the same question against Meldrick Taylor and Julio Cesar Chavez with 2 seconds to go in the final round, seemingly having Taylor ahead. Do you stop the contest? You have to. It's certainly an age-old debate. And that one was one that could have been stopped because Hopkins had landed the big right hand, gotten his opponent on Queer Street, and was simply following up. And I guess part of this, as in the case of a Tyson as well, when you know what a fighter can do to another fighter, you've got to stop in and stop a fighter from being hurt.
All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back in just a moment. And Leland Hardy, of course, will be talking with the executioner, who made quick work of Wayne Powell.
Yeah, stretch out that interview, dude.
We'll be back. Charlie Neal back here along with Leland Hardy and Elmer Smith, and let's go up to Ed Darian with the official announcement from this one. I want to walk down a dark alley somewhere near here. I'm going to take those guys with me. Ed Darian.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Merv Griffin's Resorts Casino Hotel here in Atlantic City, New Jersey, referee Rudy Battle stops this bout at 21 seconds of the first round, and a winner by a TKO, and a brand new USBA middleweight champion, Bernard the Executioner Hopkins. Hopkins.
So his last three fights have gone a total of 2 minutes and 27 seconds, with this one being stopped 21 seconds into the fight. His last fight in September against Eric Reinhardt went 32 seconds, and the last time we saw him on BET was in August of '92, and he stopped James Stokes 1:44 into the first round. So 2 minutes and 27 seconds over his last three fights, and Leland Hardy is with him right now. Leland?
Well, we're here with another impressive win. Now, we know we're here at Merv Griffin's Resorts Casino Hotel, and Black Deck's based on 21. You got this guy out in 21 seconds, man. Is that a plan of yours?
No, it wasn't a plan. I trained for 12 rounds, and I trained hard. Firstly, before I say anything, I'd like to say thank God, and thank the brothers that upgraded for prison. I mean, Mikkel, Benny Dew, and the rest of the other brothers, Jeff Gans, that helped me get in tip-top condition. I'm the man in the middleweight division to reckon with.
Well, we know this is a real big middleweight weekend. You got James Toney out here, you got Iran Barkley, you got guys who are middleweights and now super middles, and some guys who might come back down. Was this your message to them, this little title belt here, that is the stepping stone? Is that your message to those guys?
Of course. It was my message.
Now, I saw you coming here with a lot of fanfare. You've got an alignment now, of course, Boyd Fisher, Rob Murray. You got Dr. Rosetta Gary's in the corner smiling. Now, Butch Lewis, is he now going to move you and push you into some big-time things?
Yes, he is. Butch is going to move me to the undisputed middleweight champion of the world. I got the best man in my corner to deal with the head games and the politics of it. It's Butch Lewis. That's his job. My job is to be in the gym, train, and win fights. And we committed to each other. We got a married relationship.
One of the things that we wanted to do is to try to take a look at some point at the replay, because it looked like, and you heard a lot of chorus of boos, it looked like it could have been a questionably premature stoppage. Now, of course, a guy can get hurt out there. And we know, like Tyson, who could hurt guys, that you might have hurt this guy. Do you think it was a premature stoppage?
No, I don't, because the man was helpless, and my punching power, I'd have got him out of there. I would have hurt him real bad.
Now, it looks here like you're putting a couple of range punches together.
I'm lining up the right hand. I'm lining up the right hand. I see his left hand down, and he's slow. And I'm going to go over with the right hand to the top that buzzed me right there.
There it is.
The man is helpless right now. I went right to the body with 2 shots. I mean, when you say don't stop that, I mean, my intentions are to knock a guy out, but not to seriously try to kill him physically.
Well, no standing 8 count. No standing 8 count, of course, was the rule tonight. We see Battle come in, and you see a lot of people who did say, hey, this thing could have gone on a little more. Did you think you really would have gotten him out of there with 1 or 2 more shots?
I don't think it would have lasted another minute. With my power and my condition and the things I've been going through, the training and all the good things that's happening with my promoter, Butch Lewis, nowhere in the world this man was going to beat me and anybody right now at this stage of my boxing career and my game.
Speaking of Butch Lewis, and of course Rob Murray here, the management team behind Bernard the Executioner Hopkins, what's next for this guy?
Well, Butch.
There's Butch. I mean, what's next, bro?
Well, certainly that I want everyone out there to understand that this was not a fluke. What you saw tonight is a young man that they are all looking to duck. James Toney, he's threatening to go up to another weight class. Roy Jones, he wants to talk about fighting somewhere else in another country, don't want to talk about Bernard. I've offered him to fight. The Golden Boy, they talk about Roy Jones, don't even want to get in the same building with the executioner. So from now on, all we're going to do, we're #1 in the world right now. We intend to bide our time until May of 1993, when they won't be able to get any more reprieves. The president won't be able to save them. It'll be execution day, because we'll be mandatory for the title. Whoever sits there, we'll take it. Remember, the executioner is now just count down to execution day. Remember that, execution day. We serious? I hold you watching, Tony. I hold you watching. We want you, don't get the ducking. All three of y'all champions pretenders. Here's the real man, the executioner. Count down to execution day.
Well, there we have it.
Did that get it?
It has to get it. There's the title belt. There's the champion who now wears it. And this is the networks that brought you the championship bout. And we're going to bring you plenty more. How about you on BET Boxing Tonight? And there again, in slow-mo, we're going to take a look at the big right hand right over the top. Looks like it lands on the point of the chin and gets him right on Queer Street. Then you look to follow up with a couple of left hooks.
Hey, Leland.
Rangefinder jab.
Leland, can you hear me?
Coming up underneath, tried to come down to the body. Bernard, it looks like right here you're looking to set up the right hand off the double jab.
You bring this jab back down to his middle of his body, and I say I'm going to counter with a straight right hand, and if he goes back, I say I'm going to throw 2 left shots to the body. You see, now watch the body shots. I didn't go right for his head. I threw 2 body shots. 1, 2.
That's the type of thing that the old fighters used to do. The Sugar Ray Robinsons, the Jake LaMottas, went right downstairs.
I studied a lot of tapes of great fighters like that, and I know my body game is really up to this peak now, and I know if I stick to the body and stick to my game plan and stay focused, can nobody stop me. I won't be the undisputed middleweight champion.
Once again, we're going to take a look at it from another angle, and this time, if you take a look, it looks like the shot is landed just behind the ear, which of course takes away a fighter's equilibrium rather than on the tip of the chin. And come on in with the body punches once again. Looks like a big right hand straight down. He opened his guard up, and then the other side. Those are beautiful shots. And of course, Bowie Fisher, the trainer who worked with you so diligently on getting those shots together, can only take great pride in something like that. And of course, here comes Rudy Battle coming in to rescue your opponent.
He took some very wicked shots.
Wonderful performance. We look to see you make more of them. Now, when you fight for the World Championship and the Undisputed Middleweight Championship, we might have to do it right back here on BET. Any problem with that, Butch?
None at all. And in fact, BET, remember, this wasn't HBO, this wasn't Showtime, this was BET. We're bringing you the best in boxing now, championship boxing. Look for us. Look, stay tuned to your TV guide so you understand when we bring the execution again, the countdown for execution day. Don't watch them pretenders, because we the baddest one in the world, the executioner.
How about you, Charlie Neal?
Okay, thank you very much. Butch Lewis, of course, a great salesman, and he has a great young middleweight. And Bernard, the executioner Hopkins, as we've so emphatically pointed out, the fact that he has not gone a full round in his last 3 fights. A full round. He's only gone 2 minutes and 27 seconds. Bernard, the executioner Hopkins, congratulations. And we'll be back with more from Resorts, Hotel and Casino in Atlantic City in just a moment.
Belt simply caught a bad break. He got caught with a big shot from a guy who is known for getting his guys out quite early. And he jumped on him, pounced on you, and the referee came in and saved you. Did you think it was a premature stoppage?
No, I didn't really. He caught me with a good shot, and I was hurt definitely, but I had my faculties together and I was moving around. I could have recovered from the shot. Matter of fact, when he stopped the bout, I was totally recovered. I'm known for recovering from big shots, but, you know, I'm in his hometown, and they didn't want me to take the title home, so.
Let's try to take a look at the replay, if we will. And one of the things that we see here, we saw Bernard setting up a couple of rangefinder jabs. Why don't you tell us what happened after that?
He just went over the top of my jab. From what I see, I was shook a little bit. I went back and found myself on the ropes. He's starting to try to apply punishment. See, if you notice, he ain't really hitting me with nothing flesh or solid. I'm covering up good. He's not hurting me at all. I'm recovering from the shot. That left hook hit me, but I'm recovering. Then the referee stayed in it. I believe now that I'm looking at it, the last left hook he hit me with, that's what made the referee step in, which was a logical call because the referee has a job to do as well. But I was recovering from the shot, and I can't take nothing from him. He jumped on me when he had the chance, you know. Can't knock it, you know, this is the business. The referee got a job to do, I got a job, and Bernard has a job. And he did it as well than me, you know, I just got caught. Now that I look at it, it's understandable, but I could have recovered. And I'll be around.
What do you think is next for you? You've certainly been around and you fought and won your belts.
Well, I won the junior middleweight title, and I won quite a few of them. And I should be a junior middleweight anyway, but nobody will fight me down there. The champions won't give me a shot. I respect Bernard for giving me the shot, you know, so it's great, you know. He's a dynamite fighter, and he gave me a chance, and maybe that they stop the fight, maybe some of these junior middleweights will give me a shot.
Well, let me give a chance to the referee, the great Rudy Battle. And your job is one that involves controversy. Of course, we can look at Richard Steele, who had to stop Meldrick Taylor, who was seemingly ahead on points against Chavez. Here's another situation. The crowd, you're going to hear a chorus of boos. It was seemingly premature. Kid caught a shot. What was your reason for coming in at that moment?
Well, I came in because I felt as if he was taking too many unanswered blows. I felt as if he was in trouble. I have no vested interest in the fight. My primary concern is to protect the interests of the fighter. He wasn't punching back. He was taking a lot of unanswered blows. Therefore, I had to step in. If I would have had the option of giving him a standing 8 count, then I could have given him a standing 8 count. But in a world championship, there is no standing 8 count. Therefore, you do not have an option, and you have to make a judgment call.
Let me ask you a question. Since it was raised by Powell that in retrospect, upon a review of the tape, it did look like perhaps a couple of shots might have been glancing blows, a couple of shots he might have been able to cheat and knock them and deflect them. Is that something that in retrospect you will concur with?
No, I felt as if he was in trouble, and that's the reason I reacted the way that I did.
Here we go again on the replay. If you could analyze it from your perspective.
Well, I see him taking, you know, unanswered blows here. Oh, yeah. That's a straight right hand there. Bernard is still punching. He's still in trouble. If I don't step in, what do you think would be the results of this? He would have been on the canvas.
That's why so many of us don't envy the job that you have to do.
Sure.
You're darned if you do and you're darned if you don't, but I think tonight you made a safe call, and I think all of the fans around the nation on BET Boxing tonight will agree that you came in and did an excellent job. You did an excellent job, very gracious in your defeat, and I know that we'll see you again.
Oh, definitely. You'll see me again. A beautiful job by the referee. And,
thank you.
Beautiful job with Bernard, and I'll be back. I ain't going nowhere.
Good luck to you.
I'm all right.
How about Larry Hazard, the excellent commissioner, former outstanding referee, commissioner of the New Jersey State Athletic Commission? And if you could also offer your thoughts upon review of the tape and seeing the bout here live as to whether or not it was a premature or a timely stoppage.
First thing I would like to say is that I backed this man 100%. Rudy Battle is an excellent referee. That's why I selected him for this fight. Number two, the rules governing this contest was agreed upon by both camps prior to the fight. There was no standing 8 count in this fight. Therefore, the referee had no other choice. Had the referee given him a standing 8 count, then the referee would have been in violation of the rules, and the Hopkins camp would have had a justifiable complaint. Rudy Battle did exactly like he was supposed to do. At the time when he stepped in, the man was helpless on the ropes. You saw that from the replay. The smartest thing that he could have done, and I know he wasn't cognizant of it, if he had went down, then he would have had more time. But the referee did exactly like he was supposed to do, and I back his decision.